Guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is all about this Celie hair right here. This is what the hair looks like. This is the finished look, but the hair comes in this cute pink package right here. It comes with a wig cap, it comes with a cute little mirror, and it also comes with an instruction on how to take care of your hair. And I also like the fact that it comes with a stocking cap as well. This is what the hair looks like in straight from the box. Look at that, guys. I really love the curl pattern. It's so cute and very luxurious. I love it. So I took out the hair from the box and showed you guys what the hair looks like. It has 3 combs at the front, 1 comb at the back. The hair is actually in 13 by 4 lace wig, and it's also in 250 density, and it's in the length 22 inches. As you can tell, it has 3 combs at the back, and it all at the front rather, and it also has been pre-plucked straight from the box, so you don't have to worry about that. So I'm just going to move on by telling you guys what I did to the hair. I mixed the blonde me bleach and developer, and I make sure that I section the hair at the center of the head, if that makes sense, at the center of the head. So you can use the dummy head as a description of the center of the head. So I'll be able to pat the red bits for center part or for side parts, which is the parts that I do go for. So depending on the part you go for, just make sure you put in the center part with which other part you want to go for, whether left or right side parts or center part. So depending on the part you always go for, but in this case I made sure I would be able to um part it in both center parts and side parts to my left, if that makes sense. So I applied the bleach on the hair, as you guys can tell, and I couldn't show you guys everything that I did because I'm sure the video is going to be 100 minutes if I did that. But basically what I did was, after sectioning the hair, which I showed you guys earlier at the beginning, the next thing I did was actually picking up random selections of hair at the back, randomly, just pick them randomly and bleach them, yeah. And at the tips of the hair, I actually took like 1, 2, 3 inches, like 4 inches at the tips of the hair, which means the end of the hair. I took like 4 inches of it. I bleached the whole part of the tips of the hair, like 4 inches long to 5 inches long. So depending on how long you want the red to be at the tips of the hair, if that makes sense. But I actually went for like 4 to 6 inches long. Then I bleach 6 inches of the tips of the hair, if that makes sense. So that's what I did so far. Then when I'm done with that, I went ahead and washed the hair and air dry it and color it to achieve this lovely purple, red, pink shade. I used the Adore Violet Gem dye to dye the hair. So I used the dye, I applied the dye on the areas that I bleached, if that makes sense. Every light part of the hair I applied the dye on it, so just to give it like an ombre effect, not ombre effect as well as such, but just to give it a dimension, red and black, red and black, red and black. So if that makes sense, that's all I did so far. I just applied the Adore shade on all the areas that I bleached earlier. So depending on where you bleach, you just have to go ahead and apply your color. Bear in mind that you can apply any color of your choice to the hair. So but that was all I did so far, and I also cut the hair off camera because if not the video will be too long for you guys. And I showed you guys how I apply the hair as well. It's very easy and simple. This is what I do all the time, but in this case I use the bold old glue to secure the hair. But apart from that, nothing more, nothing else. But so far so good. I really like this hair. The hair was so soft despite going through all this process. The texture of the hair remains the same throughout the processing of this hair, which is quite amazing. Another thing that I also noticed is the fact that the hair bleached really quick. So far so good. If you're thinking of how long I left the bleach on, the maximum time that I left the bleach on was about 10 minutes, because I could tell straight that the hair was processing really fast. So I was quite happy about that because it saves me time, bleaching the hair forever. So I really like that about the hair as well. And coupled with the fact that after washing the hair and then drying it, I could still tell that this is a body wave wig because the curls were still there, the curls were still popping. So I didn't use any blow dryer at all on this hair. I left it to air dry throughout the process, and I was quite impressed with the quality of the hair. The quality of the hair is really amazing, and I would definitely recommend this hair. I mean, definitely recommend this hair. In terms of bleaching, in terms of everything, there was no crazy shedding whatsoever throughout the styling and processing of the hair, which I was quite amazed at. Guys, you'll be able to tell that while I was styling the hair, I was just like shaking my head because I couldn't believe how the hair still holds up despite putting it through all those process. Anyway, I applied the boat cap on my head, you know, off camera because I don't want the video to be too long, as explained earlier. Then I applied the blowed old glue on the areas where I was going to place the lace of the wig. So I placed the wig exactly, the lace exactly where the glue are, so that I'll be able to cut the excess off without any, you know, issue whatsoever. So that was what I did so far. I pressed it down on my head just to be able to be sure that the hair is secured and stayed in place, and I brushed back all the hair so that the hair won't, you know, stick to the glue and everything. So I just cut off the excess lace anyway, just the normal thing that I do all the time. And I think I actually went in too much for my parts, but that doesn't really matter anyway. It's just concealer, so I could just easily clean that off. But in this case, I really don't mind, so I just went ahead with it, and I'm quite happy with the result of the color so far. Guys, I don't know if you guys can tell, the color looks pink, it looks purple, it looks red, it looks wine. In real life you won't be able to tell what particular color is, but can you prep the curls, guys? The hair took to curls really well. Look at that, it's really long, but the curls are popping. Look at that, guys, look at that. I'm really a huge fan of this hair, and I would definitely recommend that you guys check out Celie hair. Their hair is of good quality, and I highly recommend that you guys check out their website so you know what I'm saying. And they're quite affordable as well. This hair is really big, like in terms of volume, it's really big. But I decided to go for a very simple, you know, what's it called, curls today, because I was not going for that big hair don't care kind of thing, so I went for a very simple curl. But if you can tell earlier that when I used my hand to break the curls, you can be able to tell that the hair is really full. So stay tuned. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is all about this Celie hair right here. This hair is actually in 22 inches and it's originally black straight from the box, and it's a body wave wig. I am a huge fan of this hair, guys. I'm just going to quickly go straight to the point of the things that I really like about this hair. So the first thing I noticed about this hair is the fact that I really like the curl pattern straight from the box, and I also noticed that the hair has also been pre-plucked straight from the box, so you don't have to worry about that. If you're the type that you like your hair being pre-plucked straight from the box, then you definitely love this hair. Like, the hair is really soft, guys. Very soft and very full. The hair is also true to length. Like I showed you guys earlier, the hair is 22 inches and it's almost up to my belly button. And another thing that I like about the hair is the fact that I don't really know how to explain this, but this is one of the hair that I was really happy to bleach. In terms of bleaching, when I added the, you know, the bleach to the hair, it processed like really fast. The reason why I like my hair to process really fast is the fact that this reduces the time that you let the bleach on the hair, which, you know, also protects your hair on the long run. You understand what I mean? Some hair do take like 30 to 40 minutes to, you know, get to the shade you want, depending on the shade you're going for. But for me, within 10 minutes this hair has already gotten to, you know, the level that I wanted it to be, which I was quite excited about. In my opinion, the texture made no difference, both when there was bleach and when there was no bleach. I don't know if that makes sense. The time at which the hair processed the bleach made it easier for me to still keep the luxure of the hair without having to worry about, you know, tangling or shedding whatsoever. Cap also fits me from hair to hair, so there was no need for me to cut off. The hair is 13 by 4, which means you have up to here to part your hair, within the 13x4 closure, so you can part your hair anywhere you like within the 13x4 closure. The texture of the hair did not change throughout the processing of the hair. The texture of the hair remains the same, and I also like the fact that the hair, you know, took to curls really well. As you can tell, you can manipulate the curls of the hair anyhow you like without having to worry about tangling or shedding whatsoever. Throughout the processing of the hair, there was no crazy shedding or noticeable shedding throughout the process whatsoever. And also, I also like the fact that the hair was not dry or stiff at all. And even after bleaching the hair, as you can tell, look at that, guys. Look at that. Even after bleaching the hair, there was no tangling, stiffing or drying or matting whatsoever. And if you're the type that like baby hair, there's baby hair around the perimeters of the hair. The hair just keep going back to its curls. Look at that. The hair just keep coiling back. I really love the fact that it took to curls really well. So if you want that voluminous coil, you can comb the hair out to get that volume to your hair. Look at that. I really quite like the hair. It's very easy to manipulate. You can decide not to use glue or gel on the hair, because the hair also comes with an elastic strap at the back of it, which you can use to hold the hair in place without having to use any gel or glue. So depending on the look you're going for, this is my first time trying Celie hair, but I'm quite, you know, impressed with this one. So I recommend that you guys check out Celie hair. They have Brazilian hair, Peruvian hair, they have all types of hairstyle and texture on their website, and they have closure, they have bundles if you're the type that likes to make your own wigs. That's my thoughts about the hair so far. I'll leave the details of the hair in the description box below. Please feel free to check out the vendor and let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.